Good. Are you
Testing.
good?
Good. Check, check.
Is that how you
Cash.
want it,
All right,
Louis?
so are we gonna open with some? Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
Let
Louis
me
has
do it
got-
again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. One,
Do
two,
it.
three. Thank you.
Louis has got sound effects, and we're all in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. All right, so we
Just
are
having so much fun. Have you?
as you guys can see, we are testing a new location, a new place.
That's right.
We're testing a new equipment and everything. So
Yeah.
we definitely are gonna be having fun
Yeah,
with
we're just gonna
everything
try a bunch of
here.
different locations, and
And the thing is, like, there's so many people that we can hear the. Thank you. Got to be like that.
Oh my
All right, so you guys
goodness.
ready?
Yeah, let's roll
Do
it. Let's roll it. Yeah.
welcome back to another exciting episode of the podcast that does not hold back on speaking the true truth, bringing light to the lies and sight to our eyes, making all of us wise. Welcome to Truth for Guys.
There you go.
We are back. There's the applause.
Let me lower the volume on this.
Yeah.
I think it was a mistake for me to have this next to me.
Having too much fun, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been having too much fun for the last 2-3 weeks almost.
Yeah.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. We've been on vacation. We finalized our last episode last season. We're back. This is just an episode about just tell us some stories, some crazy story that happened to us. Thank God we are alive.
We went to the ocean.
Went to the ocean.
You mean you went to the ocean? What did you find in
we
there?
went to the coast. Well, let me tell you, there were sharks.
We had to wrestle. Go ahead.
We had to wrestle some sharks
Ooh,
at
man.
New Smyrna Beach,
It was like 6 of them, right?
shark capital of the world.
Exactly.
Are you talking about the dolphins that looks like
Well,
sharks?
let me say the story first. Let me say the story. So I'm in the water. Scott and I are in the water. I'm with my daughters. And all of a sudden, I look to the sand and I see Joseph going like, "Hey, hey!" I'm like, I grab both of my daughters. I say, I'm not even gonna even turn around.
I saw smoke coming out of his heels, man. He that's the fastest I think I've ever seen Louis
I
run.
almost walk on water like Jesus. Almost.
That was the motivation.
Yeah, I was.
It takes only sharks to make you walk on water.
They say there was a fin. I say I don't need to confirm.
We saw the fin up above the water, and
Oh
it was
my
close to
goodness.
a guy that was on a board,
Yeah.
a board or something like that.
Kind of like circling around him.
Then I saw this blur, and it was Louis. I think you did walk on water, actually.
Almost. No, I ran away because definitely, like we were saying, New Smyrna, right?
New Smyrna Beach, yeah.
is the capital.
Shark capital of the world.
Even there was a kid who came to me and said, "Is it really the capital, the shark capital?" I
Yeah.
say, yep. You see, I just wrestled for them right there. And then we had the bravest of all three of us, Joseph, decided to go say, "Oh no, that's a dolphin. I'm gonna go and try to touch him or something."
Yeah, I was
going in the water. I'm like, "Well."
I was gonna go touch the dolphins.
Joseph and I then tried to go
Yes.
check and see if it was a dolphin or a
Or a
shark,
shark.
because we wanted to get the story accurate when we retold it.
No, I was from the sand. I was looking at them. I was like, "Whoa!" On my phone, I said, "I will call 911." I know I can do that, but I'm definitely not going in that water.
Oh my goodness.
No, but it was a fun time. We spent a whole day in the beach on New Smyrna Beach. Super nice. The water was extremely cold. That's true. Too cold for my
Liking.
liking. But every time that you go in and out, every time you go in, you spend a few minutes in there, and then it was fine. It was the problem was you wanted to go back. It was like, wow,
It
so
gets
cold
better
again. Yeah.
each time.
Oh yeah.
But there's something about the cold water though. It's like when you're in the cold water for a while, it's like feels so good. You don't want to get out.
It doesn't feel cold though after you're in it for just minutes. Then it's just like it feels very comfortable. Temperature felt amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what the hot water is doing to us?
And the thing was really good because it was not too sunny, but it was not cloudy.
Yeah.
It was always a breeze.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was
cool.
a perfect day. It was definitely a perfect day. The family had a lot of fun. Next time we probably will bring a barbecue.
Yeah, that would be great.
Grab that dolphin, bring him back to the barbecue.
We're gonna have a night over there. It's gonna be
Can you eat dolphin?
Probably. I don't know.
careful.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect question right there.
To our
Please.
listeners, if you've ever eaten a dolphin before, or if you know that's even possible, let us know
Oh,
in
they
the
are too
comments.
nice to be eating. They are too nice. I like
I've never
them.
heard of anyone. Now, alligator. I've heard of eating alligator before.
Yeah, I had alligator.
Mm.
And again, like, oh, it tastes like chicken. I was like, I don't know. It tastes like the barbecue sauce that I was dipping it in. So
Everything tastes like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I had a person tell me that once that he will never eat alligator because he said that if he ever, because I had alligator tacos once, and he's like, no, he'll never do that. And I said, why? And he says, because if you're ever out on a pier or close to the water, the alligators can smell that through your pores that you ate one of their own.
Oh my
And will
goodness.
attack you. I'm like, really? I'm like,
Then
does
you
that happen with
probably ate
chickens
a
too
lot.
and cows and
So in our next conspiracy theory episode, no, I don't think. Let me check here.
oh my goodness. Very funny.
No, but I don't think that's true.
Oh no.
I
No.
don't think so.
You probably might have to eat the whole alligator.
I was very hungry that one day. Had a lot of the alligator tacos.
I do hear. I remember some people say there's some snakes that once you kill them, they will like take a picture of you in her eyes or something like that, and then when the other ones come, they will see you and they will try like
Telepathically send it to their.
when they
Snake friends?
They
when
got
the-
snapper eyes.
Yeah.
I've never
So I
heard
think
of
it's
that
the same.
before.
I think it's the same with the alligator. Probably the same guy who told you that told me that. Too.
Oh, they're kind of like the black mamas.
Oh,
Yeah, in Africa, you don't want to see them, man. They track you down, Louis.
No,
Have you ever seen a snake standing like that before?
no. Actually, I saw a video. Like there was like a roof like that, and there was like a tail, and they were like trying to take it down, and all of a sudden the whole roof fell off, and there was like four like massive, or I think it was three or four like massive snakes.
wow.
Wow.
I would have lit that house on fire and walk. Yeah,
You just give
away.
it to them.
yeah. So there you go. It's yours.
Indiana Jones would have ran away. He hates snakes.
I never seen Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We got to get caught up because there's
Yeah.
the new movie coming out, the new
Yeah.
Indiana Jones movie coming
Yeah,
out.
come on,
So
Louis.
we gotta
What,
get you
what
caught up.
planet do you live on? I don't know.
Hey, I grew up watching Three Ninjas. Best movie ever.
Do
Three
they, have,
Ninjas.
do they have movie theaters out in Puerto Rico?
Of course, of course. What do you mean?
It's Louis choose to do something else. But guys, the vacation was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the vacation.
It was awesome, and
It was something that we needed. I needed. I needed the vacation. I needed the
Yeah.
time off. I needed the time with my family.
yeah.
Should we not talk about the fact that we almost got arrested right before we recorded this episode?
I mean, the street cred of True for Guys went up, like to the roof.
We literally, yeah. Maybe we should save that for another episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. For another episode.
I was about to leave, to run away too. Like, I'm not gonna be arrested tonight. Not me.
Oh no, we thank you for that, officer. Though, just checking in on things. And,
Yes, it was cool.
Make sure that we're recording with all of the things that we need to take in consideration when we're recording a podcast out live here in public here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abide by the rules.
Yes.
No, that guy
yes.
was really cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's actually a new follower of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank
So
you
thank
for
you so
following
much.
and watching and
Yeah, we shout out to all the cops out there. You are
Yes.
awesome.
yes,
Keep on keeping our streets safe, and we're proud of you.
yes.
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah.
We actually pray for you guys because
Yes.
today's day is not easy to be a cop.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's not easy to be.
All the crazy stuff out there.
Mhm.
yeah.
So for the cops,
We got a round. Is it a round of applause?
Great one.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, guys. So pretty much, what do you guys think about all this vacation? I mean, sometimes we say we are working for family, right?
Yeah.
And we work. but we forget that if you don't take a break, pretty much it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna break and end up breaking because it's like you can't use one thing all the time and not rest in it. You
Yeah.
know. So it's what do you guys think? It's
Yeah,
important for guys to take their families out there and
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, it's very important. I mean, even to having that time, I mean, like God taught us that we need to take time for rest. We need to take time for the Sabbath, and we needed to take time to just regroup, and that helped us out a lot because
Yeah.
when we did that, the ideas just started flooding in for the podcast, and
Yeah.
so you definitely see the benefits of just having that time of rest.
it is good.
Oh yeah, and we took
Awesome.
some time too. We also that's something we want to talk tonight. Is
Yeah.
we went and watched just a movie that everybody's talking about called
Jesus Revolution.
Jesus Revolution.
They are talking about this movie everywhere. Everywhere I go, they talk about it. So I thought, why not talk about it on Truth for Guys here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very popular, and so I did some looking up. Also, it's very interesting. A lot of people are talking that the timing of the movie.
Yes.
So there's all these revivals that are popping up all over, and this movie came out just days after just a bunch of very well-known revivals started happening.
Asbury. I don't remember, was Kentucky
Asbury.
or
Yeah, it's Kentucky.
Yeah.
Asbury.
they have like a massive revival that spent like I don't know how many, like a whole week probably, like in the revival.
Yeah,
So that
Huge-
was really good.
huge one in Nicaragua.
Yes.
Huge, tons of people, and so just coincidentally, I mean, God timing,
Exactly.
the movie comes out, and that wasn't planned. There's no way that you could, plan that with a movie because there's so many things going on as far as releasing a movie, and so God is up to something huge, and so it's amazing.
I think everybody need to go see that movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I studied out, what is a revival. So I'm not big on Latin, but the Latin word of revival is wow, revivere. Revivere. So it's Rivivere. So
Can I see it?
yeah,
See it?
definitely. Revere.
Really?
See?
No, I thought like maybe in Spanish a little bit. No.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the word, so the Latin word of revival, re means again, and vivere means to live. So the Latin word of revival means to live again. So
To live again.
to live again, yeah,
That is
in
powerful.
Latin.
Yeah.
So revival means making alive again those who have fallen into what is called a cold or dead state. Revival often begins with people coming under deep conviction and crying out in confession and repentance for their sins. And revival does not occur outside of the atmosphere of prayer. So,
That is powerful.
yeah. Yeah, synonyms for revival: recovery, renewal, restoration, an awakening, rejuvenation, revitalize. So yeah,
It's powerful.
it's powerful, very powerful. Yeah,
I mean, we've heard of revivals in Argentina, revivals in all over the world, in Africa, name them.
yeah,
But I think that, like Scott said, in every once in a while, God will move and shake a nation. And I feel like America is due for one right now.
oh yeah,
And we are due for a revival. And all the stuff we are seeing out there,
Oh, yeah.
it's a sign.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a sign that it's time for God to visit again.
Oh, yeah. It's about to happen. I feel that even what we being experienced in also in our church. For
Yeah.
example, one of the biggest conversations that happen at church every time that you meet someone, it's like, oh no, I just moved from another state. I just moved from another town. I just moved from another country, and I was called to be here.
Mm.
So
There's a gathering.
it's exactly it's a
Yeah.
gathering.
Mm.
Something is about to happen, and I'm looking forward to seeing it because I know I remember when I started going to church 12 years ago. They always talk about the re, the revival that happened on back in the 70s, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were talking, oh yeah, this revival, everybody was getting saved, everybody was getting speaking in tongues, or everybody was like, there was healing, there was miracles. And as we saw in the movie, well, no spoiler, well,
Spoiler alert.
if you didn't watch this movie, we're gonna about to say some spoilers, so maybe skip.
Not too much.
Some minor spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like spoilers. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like spoilers.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Don't spoil it.
Go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna spoil something now. As we saw in the movie, there's some miracles and there's revelation from God using people to be moved, to be to seek to heal the sick, and that's something that we need to see at church. That's something that I personally always say, like, I want to see that in church.
Yes. Yes.
I want people who don't believe in God walk by church and say, "What's going on over there?" And all
yeah.
of a sudden, you see the people having the healing that they need, and that will bring them. Because I think there's a few ways to bring people to. I think there's two ways that God bring you. It says that He will bring you with con lazos de amor. I don't know how you like. He will bring you with love to His house.
Yes.
But sometimes there's people that have to go through
Hardship.
exactly a really bad situation.
Experience.
Exactly. In order for them to say, okay, I need to go to church.
Yeah.
So it's not that I want to scare you. However, I'd rather you to be scared, come to church and be safe, than just to think about it. Like, it's good for someone to say, but
Yeah.
to be safe. But we are about to see this massive revival all over the place. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna the same way it happened in Kentucky, happened in South America. It's about to happen all over the place.
That is right.
And we're gonna see it. That's the part that I love. I'm not gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the one telling my kids and my old people when I'm like old. I'm like, hey,
In my time.
remember that revival that happened on the
Yes,
2020s?
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we went through a pandemic, and all of a sudden we had this massive revival. So, yeah, I'm about to see. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
More than ready.
Yeah, I wanted to share some of my favorite lines in the movie, some of the movie quotes, and talk about some of
It's not a
that.
spoiler though, right?
So, minor spoilers here.
We already said there was gonna be a spoiler. So.
Yeah, yeah. Two quotes, two movie lines that kind of connected with each other. First one is, God has a long history of working through flawed people. And then the second one is, don't be so arrogant to think God can't work through your failures.
Amen.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I mean, I think that sometimes we feel, oh, God can't use us, or God can't use certain people because of their flaws or mistakes or sins or whatnot. But God, throughout all of history, throughout the whole Bible, works through flawed people. So,
And that is the reason why, we're telling these brothers out there, jump into the Bible,
yeah,
pick it up, read it yourself, see what is in there. Because the world is telling us a lot of things that are not true.
yeah,
And it's like, if you allow the world to determine for you what your life is going to be, then you're never going to find out the truth,
Yeah.
right?
I've heard some people say, "Oh, I don't want to go to church because of what I've done." If you know what I've done, if you know my sin, then you would understand. God can't forgive someone like me, but that's totally not true.
I heard this once. In order for you to take a shower, do you take a shower?
I take a bath.
You know that?
No. If you're gonna take a shower, you like you come as dirty as you come from work all dirty, all that stuff, and you come and take a shower.
Yeah.
Right? You don't take a shower prior to take a shower.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how God wants you to come.
Oh.
He doesn't. He wants you all dirty, all that.
He
you
doesn't
are.
want you clean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
That's a good point.
you cannot clean yourself. He's gonna be the one cleaning it.
That
not
is
cleaning
it.
you.
That is well explained, Louis.
Yeah.
That
Very
is
well.
well explained.
Another quote: God can use anyone who truly decides that he or she is for Jesus. So what does that mean, for Jesus?
For Jesus?
For Jesus, yeah.
Say that again.
If
Sorry?
so, the quote is from the movie: God can use anyone who truly decides that he or she is for Jesus. So when someone says, "I am for Jesus," what does that look like?
Well, for Jesus could mean a lot of things. So, which means that you believe in him, you trust him,
Yeah.
you want to follow him.
Yeah,
I will do everything
you
for
want
him.
to start a relationship and
Yeah.
get to know him and
Mhm.
yeah. The next quote from the movie, Lonnie Frisbee, who also played Jesus in The Chosen. So Jonathan Rumi, he said, "If you want to reach my people, you've got to speak a language that they understand." So during the movie, I believe what they were referring to. Do we have some drizzles here? Good thing we have cover
Yeah.
here. That's good.
I was trying to find the noise. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that noise?
Yeah. So once again, the quote: "If you want to reach my people, you've got to speak a language that they understand." So during the movie, I believe that what he was referring to is music. I think that was the language of the hippie generation, and maybe acceptance, just being accepted for who they are.
Yeah. And the truth about that is that language can be many things as well. Because many a times, Jesus said he came because of those that are sick, those that are unwell,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
that needs him. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, people think that they've gone too far off for them to be saved, for them
Yeah.
to be reached.
Yeah.
But they are the reason why Jesus came.
Exactly.
You know. So, like you said, the language means that we got to speak. Sometimes people think that it has to be anything extraordinary for you to say to, that is going to be like a magic word,
Yeah.
But it's like reaching people where they are, okay? It could be, they could be in drugs, they could be in whatever, they could be in whatever they are doing.
Yeah.
That is how you get to their level and try to reach them and let them know that the same love that God has for you, God has the same love for them.
Right.
And people don't know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite quotes from the movie. So when Lonnie had his first conversation with Pastor Chuck, he said, "If you look a little deeper, if you look with love," he was talking about. Pastor Chuck was the pastor of the church, and he was talking about the hippies. So Lonnie had said to Pastor Chuck about the hippies, "If you look a little deeper, if you look with love, you'll see a bunch of kids that are searching for all the right things, just in all the wrong places. They are sheep without a shepherd, chasing hard after lies. And the trouble is, your people reject them. So I ask you, Pastor, how can they believe in the one of whom they have not heard? We can only walk through doors that are open to us, and your church, well, that's a door that's shut." So because their door to their church was shut to hippies. They were basically rejecting hippies, and and it got me thinking, like, what does that look like modern day? So, looking at things modern day in the churches, we need to see, is our door shut to any group of people? Are we making any group of people feeling rejected, that they're not accepted? So kind of going deep here.
No, not even a church. Even us. Like when you're walking in Publix, you look someone like, "Huh, I don't wanna "Ooh, I don't want to be close to this person
Yeah.
by their looks or by, like homeless people. You're like, oh, I don't want to be next to this homeless, and or we can do it to the in today's like, not just hippies, right? We don't have the hippies, right? But we have people that we can just walk by some people that we don't like,
Hmm.
or we can act like I don't want to get close to that person or anything like that, and that's how we're basically closing the door because the first thing that person is gonna say is like, you're talking to me about God, but you're rejecting me. So
Right.
how that God is gonna love me? When
Right.
you don't love me. You're preaching something that is not real, and I think that's how you can bring it to modern days.
Yeah, especially we are living in a system that is so broken that every day and then we are losing awareness of what is around us, and it's very dangerous because it's like you see people around all the time, but it's like, you know, do you see them, who they are, and what is going on with them? It's very important.
Yeah.
And it's like I always say one thing: if Jesus was to be around right now and he's going to be on the street, that's where he's going to be at.
Yeah.
And loving those people, sharing with them, and that is how you reach them.
Exactly.
That is how you reach them. Awareness, knowing the people around you, their needs, and sharing with them, and including them in the society, in the community.
Yeah.
It's what Jesus would do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that if we ever look at if any of our listeners, if we ever look at a group of people and if there's any like looking down on a group of people because of what they're doing or what they're involved in or anything like that, that's what this movie I think is all about. Is just in that generation, it was the hippies. That was the group that church was. The door was shut. They didn't want them a part of their church, and they learned that when they opened the door and let them in, Jesus also came in. I think that was actually another quote.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we need to make sure that we are accepting all people, just like Jesus.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
No spoilers. I don't do spoilers. I have it in my mind though.
We're gonna do another spoiler now.
So one thing that really broke me in that movie was the fact that sometimes we think we know what God wants, but we don't. And it's like there was a scene in that movie that it crushed me a little bit. The way we think God see things, but God doesn't see it that way. God is pursuing people that we don't think. Sometimes people don't think that. Oh, okay, God is pursuing those people, and it's like they are going through stuff that you have no idea.
Yeah.
And all people do is to judge people,
Mm-hmm.
judge people. But why are they in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
What is causing it? It's bigger than what you see.
People's
Yeah.
perspective
Mhm.
sometimes can be so small, and yeah, we definitely have to widen our perspective.
Definitely, we had to. But one of the things that I love about the movie was how. Well, I'm gonna say something too. I would love to know what happened to some people. I'm gonna throw a spoiler.
Oh, too
The
many
people who
spoilers.
walk away.
Mm-hmm.
The couple
Mhm.
Oh,
who
yeah.
walk away.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they didn't like that.
What is
Oh,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
not what this church is all about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
what is this church all
What
about? It's not love and caring.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I would like to know what
Acceptance.
happened to them.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the other thing that I love about the movie was the baptism.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
That's something
Powerful,
That, yes,
powerful.
That's something that it crashed me all the time.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I'm gonna say is, so I used to go to Calvary. This all happened. Started in Calvary Chapel in California, and it grows so big. they had to split between the Creative Harvest.
Mhm.
I think was one of
Yeah.
them, and the other one, the Fruit of the Vine. I think it's the name of the other church. I
Not
think
sure
it
about
was.
that one.
It's actually a true story, which makes it really powerful. You know.
So it shows you how what can God do if you are willing to allow Him to do what He want to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like if thanks to that pastor who accepted that hippie, you know, all the whole this big movement was
Mhm.
created.
Yes.
I used to be part of Calvary Chapel in Fort Lauderdale,
Mm.
and something that I was like, man, I was part of that. Like I was in that church, and I saw like I was thanks to that guy who allowed to open the door, I was able to be in church.
That is it.
Yeah.
You know, so we had to thank some people that already walked this path so many years ago,
Mm.
and because of their faith, and that remind me, it kind of remind me on the name of this episode is gonna be spoilers left and right. But it kind of throw me back to the Chosen when they break the roof and they bring the guy who can walk,
Paralytic. Yeah.
and they say your faith, you know, Jesus says to the people who brought him,
To
your
the friends.
faith to the friends is what has saved him.
Yeah.
You know, so the faith of these people back in the 70s was is thanks to that faith is what we have, why we have these churches and this movement and this movie happening today, that is the time that is about to happen,
Yeah.
in the moment of all this revival. So
Yeah.
that's how you see God was already on the 70s planning. I'm planning, yeah, you guys can do that, so that way in 2020s I can throw this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
Perfect timing.
and so guys out there, come on. This year, the year, look, it's almost April already. The year is running like crazy, you know. And like our last episode, I know we said, you know, you've tried everything in your life. Why don't you try Jesus?
try
Yeah.
Jesus.
Give Jesus a try. I mean, nobody will arrest you, right?
Exactly.
And I assure you, if you try Jesus for 1 month and you seek him and you put everything away and you want to find him, I promise you, you will find him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're Christian or not, if you're cold or hot, regardless, go watch Jesus
Revolution.
It's
Yeah.
an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna open your eyes. And another thing it shows you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Like that.
It shows everything. Because yes, churches can be great, can do a lot of stuff, but when people move their eyes from God,
Mm-hmm.
things happen, and
Things
it
happen.
shows you in the movie what
Yes.
can happen.
Yes.
So definitely go watch that movie. We recommend, and put it in the comments and then you
Yes.
went and watch it and let us know what was your favorite
Yes.
episode, anything,
Yes, yes, yes.
the scene.
Yes, and we are back. True for Guys is back.
Yes.
And for our next season, right?
Yep.
And we believe in God for a lot of good episodes.
Yes.
Yes, and one of the things that we are thanking here tonight and thanking God too is like our listeners. Thank you so much. We've been noticing the in the views, in the downloads. Thank you so much, because you guys are doing it, are listening, are playing our podcast. Thank you so much, because our goal is to reach guys, girls, everybody is our goal.
Mhm.
Our goal is to reach and someone can hear about God and know that God is real, God loves you, and want to have a relationship with you. And in the last couple of days, we even see someone in
Switzerland.
Switzerland is
Yeah.
already downloading. So that is amazing. We see so many
Yes.
states, so many people, Puerto Rico, England, Illinois, Florida, obviously. Thank you so much to
Yes.
everybody, because this is something that we know is God is the one moving it, and we trust God in this. We every time that we do an episode, we plan on to put a cool team or the name of the episode. However, we 100% believe that the one who's gonna move and push and allow this to grow is God.
That is it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening again. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for for missing us, because we have people, even people say to us, "Hey, when you guys are gonna
When's
be
your
back?"
next episode? Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yes, and also we want all our listeners, especially those in Switzerland, UK, and all those places. We would love for you to be on the show one day, you know. And so you can go to truthforguys@gmail.com. Give us a shout.
Yeah.
Send us an email. You know, when you are gonna be in town or something. We would love to have you and have some fun together, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So, and also, please, if you are new and you just watching this today, just make sure that YouTube. Usually, you need to subscribe so you can get more episodes.
Yeah.
That are coming, and
Yes.
then
Subscribe,
Anchor, and
like, hit the bell.
yes,
If you're listening to us, just rate. Usually, you give how many stars? Give us 5 stars, please. Rate some of them depends on what app you're using. It will allow you to add a comment, but definitely like, subscribe, download, keep sharing, and share. Start sharing with everybody. That's what's gonna help us the most when you start sharing with your family, with your friends. And again, like I say, this is not just for guys, and we know because when we see in the back. There's some ladies also.
Ladies.
A lot of ladies listening to the show.
Yeah,
There is.
Thank
Yeah.
you to you ladies. Just a few days ago was National Women's Day, right? So shout out to all the ladies. Thank you.
they are the ones that make the men's better.
Yep.
We respect you all, ladies out there. Yeah. So,
So I
it's a
think
wrap.
it's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
See you guys on the next one.
All right.
Thank
See
so
you in the
much.
next one very soon.